Good morning, YouTube. CCI Clean, poly-coated, hypervelocity, 1,550 feet per second. Why is it such a crappy ammo and doesn't like to group very well? All right, you want the truth though, right? Okay, so I've shot this ammo. If you want to see what I had for a result, check out my review video on the Savage Mark II GXP 22 caliber rifle. It's bolt action. It's a nice gun. And it loves CCI standard. Although I could have done better with my target had I already had the bipod, but well, I had the cobbled thing. And by the way, correction note, this is a quarter-sized bullseye. And as a reference point for you, ta-da! Okay, so my correction. But hey, you know, I ended up with a quarter blowout on that bullseye because, well, I had a little bit of canting problem, a little bit of this and that, just tiny amounts, which throws things off, which your bullets go, and next thing you know, the quarter's gone. Okay, so should do much better next time I'm out with the bipod. So anyway, but the gun still loves standard velocity either way, and I still have other ones to test to see if there's anything better. But in the meantime, standard velocity it is. Now, this clean crap is just that. Why? Well, I'm going to make this sweet for you and short, so this way you're not here for the next hour and a half. Anyhow, let's take out the micrometer. Now, I know that this standard bullet is a proper bore size for 22 caliber, okay? At least if your barrel was cut right. So, we're going to pop that in the micrometer here, right on the bullet head, and we're going to hold it so that it's fine. And we're going to lock it down, and then we're going to show you. Look at this. No up and down, okay? We've got side to side, that's normal, but no up and down. So we'll just slide that out of there gently, okay? And then we're going to grab this poly-coated thing. Very small bullet head, it's 8 grains lighter. But look at this, I'm right up to the casing. This is really sloppy shit, okay? Which means what? It means that it's not even a proper 22 caliber, which results in what? Instead of being able to hug the grooves of the rifling as it goes down the barrel, it's going, okay? And that's why in the end result, you get really crappy results out of pretty much every gun out there that I've seen at least. Because there's not a ton of videos on this stuff, and it's been out for years. I expected to see a lot more on CCI Clean. And they got it in all the colors of the rainbow now for different polycoat finishes. They even got pink for the girls. Anyways, unless you like pink and you're a guy, that's your thing. I'm not a pink person. But that is why we are having problems with the CCI Clean not grouping well in our guns. Because, well, you saw it yourself, right? So now we can sit here all day long. We can shoot all friggin' day long. It doesn't make any difference. That crap is still going to do the same thing. It's just going to go, okay? It's not going to go, whoa, okay? Which is the big difference between that and the standard. The standard goes, and that stuff goes, okay? Not very cool. So, yeah, shit results for a reason. So yeah, and yet this stuff is twice the price. That standard velocity up until last week was $6.99. It's now $7.99. So that means this went up by at least $1 or $2. Probably more though, because I don't know how long ago my buddy bought this, but he paid $14.95. This is Canadian dollars we're talking about, okay? And I have tested many other bullets in this case too. All the same results against the CCI standard. The whole box is, you know, but nobody's shown you that, have they? Nobody's shown me that of why it's grouping poor. They're just like, well, it's not really great. We got one guy on there though that's like, this is equivalent to match grade ammo. I can't believe it. And it's like, dude, you didn't even hit the freaking bullseye. You're not even on the map of the bullseye. What the hell? Anyways, people, some guys look at grouping differently than others, I guess. I don't know. I kind of like, at 20 yards, I can wipe this clean with about 3 shots. And that was on an air gun at 20 yards, okay? And that was shooting about 470 something feet per second with a 16 grain pellet. With a 13.8, I get 488. And that was with a 14-inch barrel, custom transfer port to keep it way under 5 because it is still legally a pistol. So that was a gun that I built from a 2240 pistol platform. And I threw a stock on it, a 14-inch barrel. That's 22 cal, obviously. I'm a 22 freak because I like to actually have one shot and the animal's dead. But also at the same time, when I'm shooting targets, I'm a precision freak and I want the bullseye gone. Okay, that's my goal. Okay, which also would further reinforce the fact you don't need a high precision, even 22 caliber rifle that set you back $3,000 or more and to get the same results, right? So even a lowly Savage GXP, a 64F, Ruger 1022s. These are all accurate guns, providing you didn't get a bad one. If you got a good gun, that means your barrel is straight, your rifling's cut properly, your muzzle crown is perfect, blah, 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 and there's nothing else to screw your shit up, and you actually have a scope on that gun with an adjustable optical so you don't have to fight parallax, and then you found the right ammo for that gun, then guess what? Even that 22 should be able to wipe that in one shot, okay, without a problem, okay, at 25 yards. Which shouldn't be a problem. But anyway, to each their own. I always say, hey, no judgment there. But I am telling you, I just showed you why these things shoot so shitty, okay? So take it for what you will. They're not the right size for our bores, okay? That's more like a 21 point something caliber bullet. It's not an actual 22. Okay, the standards measure up to more of a 22, and you can see that by targeting results, especially people who have really good luck with the standards. And by the way, there are Savage rifles that don't like standards, okay, and that could even be a G series rifle, or it could be one of the 64 series or some other series of rifle that is the same as what somebody else has, the exact same rifle that loves those. Because the rifle itself, they're not all the same, okay? Even in the same model. And not every single one of them is going to shoot standards fantastic. Some of them prefer Federals, some of them will prefer Remingtons, others prefer something else. But none of them are going to prefer this shit, okay? I mean, nobody's had any good luck with that. Even guys shooting a high-precision rifle or semi-high precision, yeah, they don't get the best of luck with that stuff either. And that's why. It's not the right diameter. So anyway, that's all I got for you. So bye.